Hello, my name is John Horton. This is Ride Sharing Markets Reequilibrate, and this is joint work with Jonathan Hall and Dan Knuffel, both of Uber Technologies. So, in the last 15 years, we've seen people create uh, marketplaces, online marketplaces, for practically anything you can imagine. And any one of these that hopes to make money has to choose both a price structure and a price level. And so, a particularly common choice is for the platform to just take some percentage of the transactions, and then the supply side of the market takes the rest. Now, this isn't the only price structure that's possible. You can have membership fees, but this kind of ad valorem tax on transactions is particularly common. And some platforms even go further and they actually set the price that's faced by buyers. And so this is particularly common in ride sharing, where it's Uber or Lyft or Diddy will actually say, this is what a ride costs, and this seems sensible, um, but the comparative statics for a price change are kind of puzzling. And to be more concrete, suppose Uber says that they're going to cut fares in a city by 20%. Passengers presumably demand more trips now that they're cheaper, but drivers now make less per trip because of how compensation works, and they presumably want to supply fewer. And so, how does this gap actually get closed in practice? How do we deal with the fact that there's more demand and less supply? And so, what this talk is really about is showing how this gap gets closed in practice, and then discuss some of the implications of the market adjustment process that we uncover. And so, to understand this paper and this talk, it's kind of important to get into the kind of nitty gritty details of how Uber works. So this is a driver a payout for a week worth of work, and here you can see they spent 40 hours online and had a total payout of $455 for a gross earnings rate of about $11.30. Um, but note, if we assume this is 40 hours online, which means 40 hours when they potentially could have done a trip, um, and we're with passengers. But if we take the average utilization in the U.S., meaning the fraction of time that a driver is actually with passengers, this actually only works out to about 16 hours of transportation. And so the fraction of hours worked that are on trip is utilization, or you might call this technical labor productivity, is going to be really important to understanding the market adjustment process. And just to make things kind of very clear, so imagine I took a snapshot of Google Calendar here. Imagine I started driving at about 10:30. I had the app on, I was available for dispatch, and then I waited about a half an hour, and then I get a ride, someone looking to go from Washington Square Park to Penn Station. That takes me some bit of time. I drop the passenger off, and now I'm back to being unavailable. Then I take someone out to Park Slope, and then I kind of hang around for a few more minutes, but then I decide to take a break and shut the app off at about 2:15 there. I take a long lunch break, and then I turn it on again and take one more trip out to JFK. So here, the utilization is going to be this ratio of the blue time to the red time.